Right.
Yeah. I said, I heard his arm. I wish. But, you know, it is. No, you're staying here in time.
I got you guys.
Chris, you want to take it?
How much?
$5. You won last time. We fucking up. It's I haven't used it. Did you win last time? Our player, whatever. I have no idea. We won last time, didn't you?
Right.
You alone. Yeah. Well, it's right. You know what?
There's two.
Two.
That's a good move. That's a good move. Because everything is in right. Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
And I don't see it. That says me. I bought a couple of these.
Restaurant jersey. They don't sit right on the shelf.
It's time to go, guys. Friday at the wars on the other side.
Yeah.
$5 ticket. It's false to Bill. Hey, Bill, if that's too cool now, that's why I'm sitting here.
Oh, you want to be cheaper to go today?
Why?
Today?
You sell a ticket.
You selling tickets? We need somebody that won't honk the horn.
That's it. Yeah, just
And then you,
somebody else will
and
read
then you
it.
read the creed.
Were you on March at the same time Apple Witness was? No, I don't think so.
You were prepared.
He just, it was a softball game.
I've been chief of the boat. Dive the boat.
Submarine prayer. Almighty and everlasting God, protector of all who put their trust in thee. Hear our prayers on behalf of thy servants, who sail those vessels beneath the seas, who beseech thee to keep them in sustained care, all Lord and submarines, that have been delivered from the dangers of the deep. Grant them the courage and devotion to fulfill their duties, that they may ever serve thee in the native land. Lord, acquainted with the depths of the ocean, deliver them from the depths of despair and dark hours and absence of friendliness, good ships are here. Bless all our kindred and loved ones, whom they are separated. When they serve as your ships, we praise thee, for thou art near and dwellest in thee. Fill them with thy spirit, they may be sure in their reckonings, unwavering in duty, high in purpose, or upholding in honor and virtue.
Going to those boats.
USS S5. USS Grayling. USS S51. USS Cisco.
Now, if you have a moment of silence for the flight chief.
Created the United States Submarine Veterans Incorporated. Perpetuate the memory of our shipmates who gave their lives and pursued their duties while serving our country. That their dedication, deeds, and supreme sacrifice be a constant source of motivation for the greater accomplishments. Pledge loyalty and faith to the United States Constitution.
There's a port of no return where ships have arrived at anchor for a little space. Then some starless night, cable slips, leaving Eddie at the mooring place. Calls for no walker, cellar, vegetable, no tangle, directed to the north shore. I'm sorry about that. I'm going to do it again. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America.
Board of Honor. Introduction of new members. Jim?
Jim Madden, qualified on the USS George Bancroft, SSDN 643 Blue, in March of 1989.
Bob Grossman, qualified on the USS Scotia, SSBN 628 in June of '66.
And also I qualified for the USS Agna AG, SSAG 240 in May of 1967.
June Gary, USS Ira, SS 32. Gary was the first American submarine to have an operational stroke. I qualified in August of 1964.
Chuck Cox, USS Ethan Allen, qualified in June 1974.
Phil Elliott,
USS John Marshall, qualified November 2nd, 1973.
Alan Brown, Gold Crew,
Jasper Glassie, qualified in 1965.
Bill Wynn, qualified USS Greenfish, SSN 668 in April of '81.
Chris Benson, USS Manhattan, 1969, San Diego, California.
Special note, a woman now the honor of World War II veterans. Keep in mind when we was at that Bobby Bill Calhoun. As an announcement related to that, I'm not sure if Chris got it or Chris forwarded it to me. I got it, but we got an email from Ken's Spar's son, who's turning 100 years old. He's, although that he's in the Philadelphia base, Chris and I are planning to attend a open house that they're holding in honor of his 100th birthday. It's going to be on October 11th between 11 and 5, and it's in Cherryville, New Jersey. I think it's appropriate that somebody from our base drive down here. Give them our best.
World War II. He got his, I guess it was.
100 years
I
old.
thought then you get this Korean guy, you know, you're waiting for Korea.
Kenny was there for both Vic Paterno and Cal Moon. He was very, very close to both of them. And his wife just passed away in March. Kenny Spar, S-P-A-A-R.
These are the remaining World War II men.
No, he's
Philadelphia.
Philadelphia based.
Must be in the race.
About 16 or 20
But Ken, when things were going sour, not sour, but things were deteriorating in Philadelphia, Ken was one of the people that gave the New Jersey South a $1,000 check.
That's it. That's not to mention, right off all these, and unfortunately, half of them passed away in this one.
But Kenny's going to turn 100 on the 11th of October. And unfortunately, my nephew's getting married on that day. I said, oh, this is good. I'm going. If anybody can make it, the more people we can show,
What day of the week is that?
It's a Saturday.
Saturday, the 11th. Down at Cherry Hill, I think,
Oh, it went out, the email went to all of our members.
My business was in Cherry Hill. Literally, it's 30 minutes in there.
but
That's no big deal. You do it, it's always got a good map.
location. Can you go, Bill?
I think so.
Because
It's been done today.
Chris is going to go, right? Is that right, sir?
Yeah.
Jenny, you going?
I'm not sure.
You're not sure. Eddie, you're going?
I'm going.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a-
That'd be a 1, 2, the more, I wanted to be,
I think it's important, you know, having built on the moon, this
this man, Kenny Spar, was a real good man, just like I said, he just lost his wife in March. And He's always thinking about it. He's always had a good picture. He was there. He and his wife were there.
He was he served on 3 war patrols, and he never did get his dolphins. And he was 100 pair of dolphins. But this 100 pair of dolphins, that could be
I don't see why not. I mean, how can you do 3 war patrols? Not even a dollar. How would someone do 3 war patrols in World War II and not earn their dollar? Maybe it's the best cook or, you know, same system and made all of that. But
Do you have any qualified people that
you have to be qualified.
if you were on 3 war patrols, you should have.
Yeah, they would be enough.
You know what?
They had some people qualification cards.
The qual cards didn't come in. Back then, qual cards were not there.
But he does hold dual membership in the Veterans Hall of Fame.
I think as a,
I'm 80%.
I think that we should, you know,
I'll obtain it and present it publicly if the basic leaders.
That's the issue to the guy.
not Kenny. Not Kenny. I think it would be an honor to his family. I'll make that motion, please.
I was at a place one time, I saw a guy that had a troll thing with their office. Yeah, I know. He was an officer too.
If a man like Lawrence Singapore named 3 war patrols, he's more than deserving. My opinion,
I say it. Thank you.
thank you.
All in favor?
Aye.
Guys, come. Thank you, gentlemen. Secretary's report.
Regular meeting minutes, New Jersey Bay South, USSBI, Friday, August 22nd, 2025, Yardville, New Jersey, VFW building. Officers present, Ed Carlson, Bob Grosh, Jim Madden, James Garrett. Call to order, prayer, flag salute, tolling the vote, introduction of members present and guests, honor of World War II vets. Chaplain's report, medical list, John C. Antonio. Minutes of July meeting read by Secretary and approved by members present. Treasurer's report given by James Gary, 2 CDs, $16,823.91, and $4,041.73. Checking, $3,001.75. Scholarship, CD, $3,052.81. Scholarship fund, $1,592.28. Oh, we already did. Scholarship. Total treasury, $28,527.79. Report accepted as read by members present. Committee reports, membership, C. Vincent, approximately 107 members. Ways and Means, Dave Lucas, their report, C. Ed Carlson for latest absence specialists. Scholarship, Ed Carlson, their report. License plate, Ed Carlson, 1 sold. Old business, use membership business card for promoter organization. We need a volunteer for newsletter. Applications for New Jersey Disabled Veterans placards. Applications for senior citizen Easy Pass discount programs. And we're going to institute base membership cards. New business, USSVI National Convention in Orlando in September. VFW picnic will be on September 13th. The memorial luncheon will be October 25th at the Captain's Inn in Fort River. C Stories NA, the Good News NA. Meeting closed with prayer by Vice Commander Cobb, allowed Bessie Madden to stand service. James Madden, Secretary of New Jersey Bay South, USSBI.
Motion to accept.
Make a motion, we do so.
Second. All in favor? Aye. Last item. Treasurer's report.
Well, we have $28,927 in total cash. In our checking account, we have $3,107. Scholarship savings account, we have $1,743. Just renewed our regular CD. It's due now February the 25th and the 26th. The interest rate is 4%. It's $16,940. We have another checking account CD. It's due October the 4th, 2025. Interest rate is 4.25%. It's $4,070. And the final CD is from the scholarship fund. It's due March 1st, 2026. Interest rate is 4.3%. It's $2,064. Our total revenue to date is $2,949. Our total expenses are $1,821, which gives us a net income of $1,800.
Thank you. Any questions? If not,
I make a motion we accept the treasurer's report as reported.
all those in favor? Aye. Ayes have it. Kevin's report.
I talked to John, well, I tried to talk to John D'Antonio today.
We've got
And,
25, right?
I have not got a response back. But I did talk to Charlie Gromack. Charlie always handled all the stuff for the monument stuff. And I talked to Bob Luke. And it was, his health was not as good. His wife was better than him. But Bob is, Charlie's gonna be 86. Bob's gonna be 83. And everything's good, you know. They're doing one day at a time, that's all they can do.
Charlie,
We're just gonna say John and Tony.
He has not gotten back to me.
He's on the list.
He's on.
Thank you.
Okay, we made $125.
Bob Luke has so much to do with organizations, and so did Charlie Gromack. Whenever we had stuff for monuments or everything else, Charlie handled. Charlie, right now, he had a situation where he put on a whole bunch of weight, legs and everything else, going up a fluid. They got something right now, he lost like 6 pounds in about a day and a half with a new system they had. Look, he's just, he's trying. That's what the story is looking at. Oh, Wayne and Glenn, we talked about boats. What boat you were on?
Wayne McAllister is on the USS Aggregate, that says 240, Rock, Connecticut, 1967.
And Glenn?
Glenn McAllister was not on a boat, but I was in the U.S. Army in 1968, 1970, special forces, special projects, biological and chemical work.
thank you.
I appreciate it, guys. I appreciate it. Everybody else got a chance to
Oh,
come.
no, sinking.
Sinking canoe.
Other subjects, Charlie Crowder, he's been on my mind for the last couple of weeks. And, I moved from town to Washington, New Jersey, and that's what Charlie does. And so I've been planning to give him a call to see if he want to have lunch with me. We did it before, and there's a good diner in Lakehurst that I'm sure he knows about. I'm going to give him a call.
Charlie Gromack, he handled all the stuff for all the monument stuff that went into the ground down Tom's River. Anyway, that's it. I'm sorry?
Did he serve on the?
But Charlie, no.
That's.
Charlie was, diesel boats. I talked to him this afternoon. I try and find out how guys are doing now. And I'm hoping maybe I got something on my used to be our
Space Commander.
he was data commander for one thing, and he also did the newsletter. And the newsletter was just amazing when he would put it. Bill, you were involved. How many times would we put out paper issues?
Yeah, I should print that.
Yes.
I was going to say this for Larry before.
I'm sorry.
Subject of newsletters, but I've been in contact with John via email, because email works for both of us. And he was kind enough to send me all of the newsletters in various files from 2012 to 2017, which is probably the start date of the newsletter and the end date. And I'll tell you, those newsletters are impressive. I don't remember getting them, but
Are those the base lot someplace, so the part of our property?
He just got it.
I just got
Because
it.
I'm in other groups that have an aging population like ours, and we find all of a sudden you've got nobody, and you start going through the files. And you look at it, and hey, we went through all this stuff 5 years ago, look at this. And so I think it's important that becomes part of the property base, so we don't have to reinvent the wheel.
Absolutely, I couldn't agree with you more. My master's is in history and anthropology. So history is important. We call ourselves what branch of history we're looking at. And Chris has a file of pictures that was turned over to him. Now I have
From Alabama.
from Alan. Now I have a file of the newsletter, and I wanted to do it for historical purposes, but also to get an idea of resurrecting a newsletter. I could never resurrect newsletters as well as John did. But it's food for
And
thought.
somebody's bored, there's nothing to do some weekend when they're cooking hamburgers or something, let's get a digital copy of all this stuff.
I think John will print it, I printed it for him, right? Because he and I would fall into his house, and he would mail them out, he had a bulk, mail license or whatever. We also sent them electronically.
Yes.
I think I have all those email copies of it.
We may have this, what was the name of the guy, Bob Guns, Florida?
Frank Lucci.
Well, his man was censored.
Frank Lucci. He's the one that got this piece together.
Yeah.
She's the one that got this piece.
I browsed through some of the editions, and one of the editions had a listing of all of our deceased members. And I'm thinking that it would be appropriate for us to have some sort of memorial where we could read the name of every one of our deceased members. That would be nice. The last time I experienced something like that was the USS Annual Reunion down in Kings Bay, Georgia. And we had 17 retired chiefs read off the names of all of the deceased Angus sailors. It was
Not a lot. You wrote that in the evening, did you, right?
Yep.
Was it at the base or did you have a we were trying to plan the 6/11 reunion right now, and they're talking about going to the national convention, which I really don't want to do, or go to Arkansas, or we're looking, what I had to live.
Yeah, we had 2 reunions at the base. I attended one, missed the other, which turned out to be really good because they had a 12 players on a boat, and the dock sank. Another one our shipmates and their wives got injured on it. Fortunately, nobody really there, but it was an experience. But Kings Bay, they really know how to throw a reunion.
How many hundred people were there?
They're going to help it. It's on the agenda, but the World War II vets are having a memorial here in November.
November 5th for the 9th.
And I will be there. So we'll be touring another boat.
And all the former members.
Back to our agenda. Thank you.
I'm sorry.
No, thank you. Ways and means. Anything on Dave?
Dave Lucas. I talked to Dave Lucas last week. Dave just brought his wife home. And Dave thought, I don't know if anybody knows the story on Dave. Dave had many things put in his legs, and he lost his leg. He lost it. But he's doing okay. He's driving everything else. He's brought his wife home from the hospital after a couple of weeks in the hospital. She can't walk right now. I asked him if he, they were interested in going down to the Memorial Lunch. He's one of them to know. It's by the 1st of October. I'll let you know. But if she can't walk, they had trouble getting her in the house. And what happened to her?
So this walker in your house has one leg, and we just said.
Dave had one.
Yeah, no, Beth can't walk.
Beth can't walk right now. Dave told me, he said, we dragged her in the house. I said, oh, that's pretty neat. But that's exactly what he said to me. We dragged her in the house. They got her in the house. She's doing on it. I heard her talking in the background, and but she's been taking care of him forever and a day. He has stents, about 32 or 35 stents in his legs. And then they tried something and it did not work. He lost the next day. He lost the leg. And but Dave's done an awful lot around here. But whether somebody asked about having right now he's taking care of her.
And it's the membership.
107.
107.
So if anybody has any questions, I can get a hold of Dave. He keeps on saying he's going to try and make it up here. Well, we got the chairlift here. He says, nah, I'm not having to doing that. Dave, he's a boat seller, so he said, no, if I can't walk up the steps, he said, I ain't coming up.
He goes over me. He
Yeah,
goes,
yeah.
my old son had that. He made a huge.
My uncle looked in the Second World War, he lost the leg. When they injured it, they removed it later in the 70s. He said he could fan him.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, they had to do something to kill the nerve. You get an itch on your foot, but you couldn't scratch it.
My uncle lost his arm, and he says, my hand itches. He says, I can't do anything.
On the membership, total, Chris, almost that number.
107, yes.
I believe it should be 108 with the addition of Chris, with Charles Day.
We count, there's some people with that membership in the, so it's observant, like one cost. Does he count one here and one there? I count these.
You catch both.
Put that in one count.
Yeah.
It should be there.
The numbers should be, lost one. You may want to check that.
We have one gentleman watching is Greg Billings. Okay, he is present. He said he qualified on the SSBN 739 gold. He qualified in 1992.
I got stocks over.
Somebody younger than you.
So bad.
Okay.
107.
Everybody give him the salute.
What? I didn't have the time to look it up. I saw something on the internet that showed a picture of the Jimmy Carter, and it said SSN 21. When did they start renumbering?
Only those three.
Those three.
Oh,
It's just
only those three.
Seawolf.
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 Seawolf, and then Connecticut, Seawolf, and
Because they're in class or something. So I realized you could have never been at SSN.
Second class took place in March, they put 180. So none of them were the same. But that was when they were taking it.
43 at the end. Go downstairs.
Chris, the 107 number sounds like because I think it's sheet that I sent you, had somebody that was supposed to, yes, you know, my ability
Fellow
to
from Delaware guy.
Right.
so I have to take him off and
That's why 107.
Right.
scholarship, at which time we will be ready to put the applications out on the internet and broadcast to our members. The one thing we do encourage is for our members to have their sons, daughters, grandsons, granddaughters apply for the scholarship. What's really nice about the National Scholarship is it's not just for 1 year. If you get it 1 year, you keep your grades up and you reapply, you'll get it again. So this year we had three of our members and family members get $2,200 scholarships for National. That is no other base can close, and that's something that we can be proud of. License plates. I lost track because I got to check tonight for 2 more plates. What I do know is at this moment, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, we have 8 available plates. The numbers are 1730, 1733 through 39. There's also a plate that I didn't know was even in existence that's been paid for, 1622, which happens to be the phone number 622. The Lorio's boat, which is Captain Delorio is one of our members, so I sent him an email.
Joe.
Joe.
Joe Delorio.
I sent him an email telling him about the play, would he be interested? And if not, if he knew anybody in New Jersey that served on it, but he didn't have reply, so I'm going to have to send him a follow-up.
Yeah, Captain Joe was involved with the presentation of the license plate that Calvin gave to the USS New Jersey. Joe Delorio.
I'm sure he really liked it.
I'm hoping that he takes the plate and then gives me somebody that I contact in New Jersey that will want that plate number. So that's my report on license plates. Whole business.
Can I ask this a silly question about that? If my plates are 1556, so you're almost at 756. For round numbers, we'll say it's 200. In that time, our membership has declined by 130 or 140. Where are these 200 people who got these plates? And how come they're not just leaving? Do we know?
That's really a good question.
We have 2 bases.
No, that's really a good question.
I understand it's the whole state, but do you think that
No, that's
we lost 200 people in the last one?
No, that's an excellent question, because you do not have to be a member of the base to be eligible to get the plates. You just have to be a member of USSBR. There's at least 114 members at large in New Jersey that aren't connected to a base.
And we got 4 bases in the state.
We got 4 bases.
North, South, Shore, and Borough.
But because I'm retired, I have all this time, I managed to get from the national a listing of members of large in New Jersey. And I know where they live, I'm not to communicate with them. And I'm going to send them a communication, encourage them to connect to one of our 4 bases. If they connect to us, I think there's only 2 of them that are in our area, that would be great. But if they connect to any of the bases, I think they would be great. So that's my plan as soon as I get done.
Just for the benefit of the folks who's here, I'm responsible for three of those plates, one of which got turned into motor vehicles. And the next one was 1911, and the other 2 were on antique cars. And as I sell those, I'm retired, I need money. The plate goes back to us, or it goes to motor vehicles.
The plates, you should have kept the plates for a momentum.
No, but
But I did not do that either, so I have plates.
it was in an accident.
But if you want your original plate reissued, which I did, 1118, you put it back on your car. So,
It's a good point, Bill.
but I would,
agree.
I would,
Now,
And again, I put my hitch on each car because I've got, million miles of driving at one accident. But I've been hit 3 times by people trying to read the damn numbers, read what the hell it says. So if they don't destroy the back of my car, I've got a big old hitch on there, so they eat the hitch.
I was on the road today visiting helping my son out. I almost got hit twice. I know.
But they're trying to read it, you can tell, they look at the rear mirror, they go, "What are these numbers?" Well,
But what I did find out, that after the 1740 to 1760, those plates physically exist, they just haven't been paid for. We've always wanted to do the colorized plates. Once we get exhaustive inventory, they have no reason not to issue us the colorized plates. At which time we'll send out a notice if you would like to exchange your plates for colorized plates. You can do it, it will just cost you another.
The problem guys was doing it in less than your section. If I asked for 611, and I got 1911. And that was the one that was the accident. So we got up in the 1900s, and I think all my places.
Did we have plates during the blue years? Remember the years we had blue lights?
I don't think so, Jim. That was so long ago. I don't think the plates existed then.
Occasionally, you still see them every now and then.
After 92, I joined in 92, and we didn't have blue plates then.
Yeah. So, Wade, you have a number. Bob, you have a picture number?
1130,
Would you say yours was in it?
1118.
Okay, so that's 118, right?
When we started with 1,000?
Yeah, so there was, I started on 15, I got 15, 56 in my most.
How did I get up to 1900s?
But I think the plates are the best recruiting tool in the state of New Jersey. I wish we could get national to come up with something to help us recruit members.
I told Bob, I was at Home Depot, I was out on Wednesday, and I noticed that 9:30 in the car behind me was, it is, right up is on the Olive Park. I'm not thinking, I'm gonna wait and see who this is. The next thing I think is the park guy, I said, that's Guy, I know exactly, he works here. And sure enough, he gets that all the time.
You'll get some more outside the state. When I used to work for Kodak, I'd be every year at Fairway at least twice a month. And it never failed. Somebody would come along, pass me, and force me off the road, and then jump out, and then you get a car over. Oh, I was on such and such a road. And we were you didn't even know it was supposed to. But there's some states where people see that, and they can buy possible.
I think New Jersey's the only state that has organizational plans.
Maryland has one. I was at a golf tournament out in West Maryland, and my car's parked next to, there's a guy from Maryland, he's got a son, yes, and then mine, and on the way home, my Joe was smacked the